Excellent evening, everyone. Excellent evening to every one of us. We are all highly welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, 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 and happy new week. It's a new week of joy, a new week of gladness, a new week for you to look forward to achieving that which God, actually wants you to achieve. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. I'm not going to speak so loud because you know what? It's 2 a.m. in Jakarta and it's 8 p.m. in Nigeria. Wow, God is just too much. And it's 2 p.m. in US. 2 p.m. in US, 2 a.m. in Jakarta, Tuesday, 2 p.m. in US after Monday, and 8 p.m. in Nigeria Monday. God is just too much. All right, so we are all highly welcome. Welcome to every one of us. Today, like we advertised, we're going to be looking at the topic dealing with symptoms of menopause, okay? And I want to actually look at more or less perimenopause, just people who are just entering menopause, okay, today. So you're all highly welcome. If you join me live, you can greet, so I can welcome you to this evening's broadcast. Let me also find out those who are live with me and also share. So you're highly welcome. Welcome. Who is the first to greet? Welcome. Who is the first to greet? Who is online with me? You can just greet so I can welcome you to this evening's broadcast. Welcome to every one of us. I'm yet to see anyone greeting, so I can welcome you to this evening's broadcast, and we go on. Click on so share with me, so we can get going. My options, do I have my group here? Who is live with me this evening, this morning, this afternoon, depending of course where you're watching me from. Hello, Loretta Wilson, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome from Trinidad and Tobago. You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome. How are you? Thank you for greeting. Thank you for being the first to also greet this evening. You're highly welcome. I'm so glad to have you with me here. All right. Who else is online? Let me just see those who are greeting very well. Okay, only Loretta has greeted. You're highly welcome. Welcome. All right. So we just welcome. This phone shouldn't shouldn't do that. Why is it saying slow? What does being low have to do with what we're doing here this evening? All right, so dealing with symptoms of menopause. All right, it's 3 p.m. in Trinidad and Tobago. Wow, you see, and it's 2 a.m. in Jakarta, Indonesia. Hello, Josephine Philip. You're welcome. It's Elo. How are you? Welcome to this evening's broadcast. Thank you for joining me. All right, so for many women, once they are over 40, just hearing that word, menopause becomes their pulse will start racing. They even begin to have some of the symptoms. Sometimes when they tell you about issues, when they start telling you stories about hospital and people in the hospital, you will begin to feel as if you're having same issues. Like if they tell you somebody's having heart issues, somebody's having this heart, well, you will begin to feel some kind of ways on your heart. That's why some people, when they hear menopause, they begin to, their pulse will raise, hot flushes will now begin to happen to them. They become anxious, they become angry, they become tearful, and all at the same time they're having so many things coming their way. Hello, Oyet Fola, you're welcome. Good evening. Welcome to this evening's broadcast as we look at menopause again and some special symptoms of menopause, some symptoms that always and usually would occur. Hello Gladys, good evening, you're welcome. It's just like hearing stories about childbirth. How many of you had stories about, labor, giving birth, all those tales of pearls, that older women will tell you what they went through and things like that, okay? Most times those things, when you hear them, you wonder, can this really be real? But when you pass through them, you just find out that there's this energy, there's this strength that helps you to just go through it. You won't even go through all those things they are telling you. You will now ask yourself, was this what they are telling me all about? Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate. Hello, Samuel. How are you? Well done, well done. Okay, so what's for many people, menopause actually is nothing. Some people don't even know when they go through menopause. Some people, when you tell them the story of menopause, they're like, what? I don't know. I don't understand. But for some others, the symptoms are mild. The symptoms are short-lived. But for some other people, it's actually very big issue, okay? So no matter what it is for you, it's always good to enter menopause with that kind feeling and faith that all will be well. And I want to say with you, all will actually be well with you, okay? No matter which one it is for you, all absolutely and definitely will be well for you, all right, okay? All right, so and today we are going to be looking at actually menopause and all about it, about menopause, okay? So some people argue that, menopause, physical and mental changes occurring is not really true. Some people feel, oh, it's sickness. Some people feel it's a kind of terrible issue. But one thing we should know about menopause is that it's a natural process. Everybody will go through it. Some people, call me and they say, how can we avoid menopause? Okay, you can't avoid menopause, but you can avoid the symptoms. You just have to go through menopause, but you might not go through all the issues that many other people would go through, okay? So it's a natural process. It's just like somebody saying, will I get old? I don't want to get old. You definitely will get old, but the timing, the way you get old, the issues and the symptoms and the, characteristics of you getting old might differ depending on how you handle old age. So it's like somebody saying, I don't want to get 1 year older. Of course, by 2024, you're going to be a year older, okay? So these are natural processes, but the issue is that many of us, because we are not taking care, we are not really doing what we're supposed to do, we go through some of those symptoms and some of those sicknesses in a very, very bad way, okay? So it's often hard to say which changes that can result from the drop in hormonal levels for many people, whether it's going to cause more aging process, whether it's going to cause some diseases, whatever it's going to cause will differ depending on how you handle your pre-menopausal period and early perimenopausal period, and even while you are at that menopause period, how you handle it. Grace, how are you? You're welcome. Some of the symptoms of menopause will overlap and they have a cascade effect, okay, on our bodies. And that's why it's very, very good for you when you're having any symptom, handle that symptom very well. For example, people have all sorts of symptoms. I've already dealt with 34 symptoms of menopause. I've dealt with 70 symptoms of menopause. I'm not going to calling all the names and handling them. I just want to really go deeply into some of those ones that happen to 75% of women and that need to be taken care of so that they won't cause secondary diseases for people. For example, vaginal dryness may contribute to lower sex drive, and frequent nighttime hot flushes may also cause insomnia in people. So some of these ones that have secondary diseases that they could cause, is good that we look at them today. Hot flashes and vaginal dryness are two symptoms most frequently linked with menopause. That one definitely, most people would know it's the reason. There are some other symptoms of menopause that could just be a matter of old age or some other diseases. Okay, so the symptoms associated with menopause include sleep disturbance. At this older age, because of the estrogen level, your estrogen, that's the female hormone, actually controls a lot of things there that should help you to live healthier. But when you have issues with all these things, hello Prophetess Helen, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me. Okay, how are you doing? I hope you're great. So sleep disturbance, urinary complaints, sexual dysfunction, mood changes, and quality of life can actually be an issue of menopause and should be handled. Okay, but they are not absolutely 100% because of hormonal changes seen in menopause transition. Sometimes it's how you handle your health and your lifestyle changes, especially during that period. That's why some people enter menopause without feeling anything. Some enter having serious issues. It just depends on how have you been handling your health. And so let's not just blame everything on menopause. Let's also look at our lifestyle changes. Hello Folakemi, good evening. My journey is fine. I'm still in Jakarta. It's actually 2 a.m. here. Past 2 a.m. here. I'm still in Jakarta, okay? But I just felt, since many people often know I come up live 8 p.m. Nigerian time, let me just sacrifice and come up live even the 8 p.m. Hello, Muriel Kowa. How are you? Welcome to this evening's broadcast. Ojugo, you're welcome. All right, welcome. All right, so these symptoms, like I said, you will not absolutely say it's because of your hormonal changes. It could be lifestyle. Maybe you're not living the correct lifestyle. And when we talk about lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle, and sometimes it's also diet. You're not taking what you're supposed to take. While we were in Bali and we were doing our beautiful Bali tour, our tour guide, was telling us a lot about Bali. And one of the things that interested me most, of course, that should, was when he talked about their feeding habits. He said in Bali that they don't cook the same food for everybody. I was so excited hearing that. They said children from 0 to, when they are still breastfeeding, they have different, by the time they start taking normal food, their meal is different. Toddlers, their meal is different. Teenagers, their meal is different. Young adults, their meal is different. Middle age, their meal is different. And the elderly, different meals. I was like, wow. So they say if they have this group of people, okay, these 5 groups I've mentioned in a home, they will cook different food for these different people. And they talked about the quantity of meat, the types of carb and things like that. I was so excited. When you go there, they are all slim, very well, very energetic, strong staminas. Okay, I was so excited seeing them. So, actually, Mediterranean diet proves that there's so much about food and diet in the quality of life we have. So let's not just blame everything on age, blame everything on menopausal changes. But some of the symptoms I'm going to be looking at today, I'm going to really look deep into hot flushes, okay? How do you treat hot flushes, vaginal changes, okay? How do you handle vaginal changes, irregular period? How do you handle troublesome periods? We're also going to be looking at weight gain. How do you handle weight gain? We're also going to be looking at uterine bleeding, okay? All these irregular bleeding, and then we look at uterine bleeding. How do you handle it? And some other mental changes like mood swings and depression, because a lot of us at this period, we have issues with mood swings. We're also going to look at how do you handle mood swings, memory and concentration problems. How do you treat memory and concentration problems? Insomnia is another very, very serious issues we have at this middle age and at this menopausal age. How do we handle insomnia? We're also going to be looking at low sexual desires. How do you handle low sexual desires? We're also going to be looking at dry skin and hair. How do we handle it? Then I'll answer like 5 questions that are frequently asked, at this period, and then we call it a day. So go ahead, put on your questions All right, I'm going to be looking at them. So Ojigo says my own is anxiety and heart palpitation. When we come to mood swings, we are going to handle that. You know, a lot of people that have palpitation is also due to reduction in estrogen. Sometimes it's actually a secondary effect of anxiety. Okay, when you stay a while with anxiety, you've not treated anxiety, and sometimes anxiety actually come out of insomnia. So we're going to be looking at some of these things. So let's take hot flushes. All right, also called vasomotor symptoms. Okay, hot flushes may begin in perimenopause. Some people, it actually starts with pregnancy and then it stops. And some people, it begins during perimenopause. Some people, it's after even perimenopause, when they've entered their menopausal period. Okay, and some people, it lasts as long as they can ever remember, especially if you do nothing about it. Let me tell us something. Some people just feel, oh, it's just good to find yourself, and when you find yourself, you will be okay if you're having menopausal issue. No. You need to do more than finding yourself. You need to do more than lifestyle changes. You just have to also handle the root cause. Okay, when you handle the physical things to just take care of the symptoms at the moment, you also need to find out what is the cause of your own hot flashes and actually take care of it. On the average, it lasts 3 to 5 years for many people, and usually worsen during the year following the last menstrual period. For some women, it goes on indefinitely. So one has to be very, very careful. Hot flashes probably begin in the hypothalamus. That is a part of the brain that controls your body temperature. Okay, when there is reduction in estrogen level, it doesn't allow the hypothalamus to function very well, and hot flushes can actually be extremely troubling for really like up to 15 to 20% of women. Okay, they have it in the most severe form. I've had some people who called me and they are like, they can no longer sleep again. You know, it will bring forth hot high blood pressure and the rest for them. So women who have had surgical menopause, okay, or those who are taking this taxomophene to prevent breast cancer and are often very, very unfortunate with hot flushes. Okay, and the outward sign of hot flushes is like sweating, serious sweating. You can stay under the air conditioner now, you just find out that you're sweating so profusely, and by the time you say, okay, let you open up your body and I'll put on the AC, before you know it, you're feeling very cold. You cover yourself, before you know it, you're feeling very hot also. Okay, and it's very, very terrible. It can actually be very, very terrible for some women. Hot flushes can actually be very, very bad for some women. All right, so the outward signs, like I said, is like sweating. You have like pink or reddish skin, and that will always tell people that you're already having hot flushes. And then you get cold, you get hot now and then, every now and then. All right, hello love, Yahweh, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. So how do you handle hot flushes? Depending on their severity, there are so many day-to-day activities that you can, and steps you can take to help remove and alleviate hot flushes. You can just begin with what we call the common sense approach. Okay, find out the triggers. Each person, there's so many people that you have some things that trigger hot flushes. For some people, it's like taking very hot beverages in the night. Some people is taking spicy food. Okay, some people is staying in warm air temperature. Okay, and some it's actually stress that will bring forth their hot flushes. Some is alcohol, some is caffeine, and some it's because of some medications they are taking. So you need to find out your own. And how do you find out your own? Have a diary that you can use to record what happens to you when you take certain foods. For me, I love spices a lot. So in those days that I started having hot flushes, I noticed that the room temperature where I sleep and having hot, taking a lot of spices would bring it. That's before I started my Vitalize Women. See, I'm on my trip, I have my Vitalize Women. I don't joke with my Vitalize Women. But from the very moment I started my Vitalize Women, hot flushes was, I said goodbye to it. So I can eat anything. If you taste the food I ate this afternoon, it was hot. and I just love pepper. So because I didn't want to stay away from pepper, I had to find what to do about myself. So find out what it is, and then also find solution, like I said, root causes, okay, that could help you. Okay, so if you can identify your own trigger, you may now be able to avoid some of the hot flushes that come from the trigger. But if there are some triggers that like for me, those days that it used to be like hot pepper, hot food, by the time I finish it and I sleep, I will begin to, I just love pepper. So I have to find a solution that won't take away pepper from me, okay? Like I said, keep a diary, find out what it is that it's for you, and begin to handle it. Hot flushes can lead to secondary diseases like I said before, insomnia. It will cause you not to sleep very well. It could cause you not to sleep very long. It could take away deep sleep from you. And if it causes all this, remember, insomnia, we're also going to be looking at it, because insomnia can come just because of menopausal, as a menopausal symptom. It can come as a secondary effect of hot flushes, okay? So whichever one is not good, you need to handle hot flushes. And one of the especially for those of us who have passed the age of 55, I advise Vitalize Women. But if you're still like 40, before 50, 55, you can add multi-marker, because it also handles other issues for you. Hello, Purette Hunter, good evening. Oh, you're dealing with hot flushes. This is your solution, okay? And it's found in over 171 nations of the world. So no matter where you're calling in from, chat me on my WhatsApp number, okay? Let me just put my WhatsApp number, my second WhatsApp number, because right now that's what I'm using now. My WhatsApp number is +234 802 309 2298. Okay, so just chat me on my WhatsApp number, and I'll be telling you how you can get this super supplement without side effect. That's the good thing about this. It's 100% natural, no side effects. Perfect for you. And I'm telling you, perfect and very, very affordable for you. Okay, so you can chat me on my WhatsApp number. Let me just pin it, and you can get yours no matter where you're calling in from. Hello, Chibuzo, you're welcome. Welcome. So, okay, the next symptom that most women can actually not do away with is vaginal changes, okay? At this period, we have a lot of vaginal changes, okay? Like decreased estrogen causes your vaginal lining to thin naturally, and the vaginal secretions to also diminish because of reduction in estrogen level. And the vagina also becomes shorter and narrower, okay? And this results often in dryness and irritation, which can make sexual intercourse very unpleasant. So when many women call me and they talk about, what they are going through, I say, you're not alone, okay? Don't feel it's only you. And that's why sometimes I don't mind men coming on my page and hearing, because it also helps them to know that, oh, no, it's not just my wife. It's what many women are also going through. All right, my number is +234 703 515 That's my normal number, but I lost my phone while in Bali until I get back to Nigeria before I'll get that number back. So the number I'm using now is my second number, which is +234 802 309 2298. Okay, I've already pinned it for you on the page. So if you just look at the comment section, you will see it. I think Prophet Helen was asking. So it's on the page. I've pinned it there now. Lillian Duru, how are you? Good evening. Okay, what age one can start experiencing hot flushes? It depends. Okay, some people who enter menopause early start immediately they enter menopause. Like we say that early menopause is when you enter menopause before 40, and premature is when you enter before 35. And of course, some people enter menopause earlier than normal, because if they go through some of the changes I've talked about, like surgical operations, some kind of medications they are taking could also cause that. People who are treating cancer and things like that. Okay, so the result of shorter and narrower vagina is often dryness and irritation, and like I said, it makes sexual intercourse really unpleasant. And inflammation of the vaginal wall can also occur, okay, causing a condition called atrophic vaginitis, okay, and it's often an infection, but if it's not handled or treated, further thinning of the vaginal wall will happen, further ulceration will happen, and then it can cause bleeding. It will now lead to bleeding and will make, you know, intercourse very painful, and any other thing that happens there. That's why, like I said, it's always very important for one to handle your symptoms on time. Don't keep waiting, procrastinating, allowing the thing to now get worse before you move, okay? Olowo said the hot flushes is disturbing you. Chat me on my WhatsApp number, so I'll tell you. By the time we discuss your age, I'll find out what you need. But definitely for all ages, from age 25, one can start taking Vitalize Women, and as a dietary supplement, okay, it just helps you make sure you get what we call cytostrogen, which is a plant mimic of estrogen. It gives you good hormonal balance and helps you to actually have the best you can have, prevent infection, and actually handle a lot of other issues that might happen. So it's very important for you to keep in mind that there are a variety of conditions other than menopause that can actually also cause painful intercourse. So it's good for you to find out what it is. Like some people will call me and say, by the time I discuss with them, I'll find out, oh, is this menopause? Is this an infection? Or issues like that. You need to be sure what is actually happening to you to know what to do. All right, so in handling vaginal changes, a simple lubricant such as aloe jelly can go a long way to help you. This aloe jelly I'm helping will handle most issues with vaginal dryness. Aloe jelly is a water soluble lubricant. Now avoid oily or petroleum lubricants. Why do I say you should avoid petroleum or oily lubricants? They don't wash off easily, and so they remain on the skin of your vagina, and they can attract some kind of germs and actually cause infection. But water soluble lubricants are absolutely very well. Sometimes when you just go to toilet and you wash, they wash off, so you can actually apply again. And this aloe jelly is very good because it's not aloe vera. We call aloe vera transporter. Aloe vera helps to transport. So when you rub it, it doesn't just stay on the surface. It actually enters to actually give your vaginal wall that strength it needs, and also the healing and thickening it needs. It's also a moisturizer and very helpful, you know. And again, experts say that regular sexual stimulation can actually keep the vagina healthy by maintaining its elasticity. So for those of us who are still married, make sure you have you meet with your husband as regularly as you can. Okay, Olo, I've answered your question. Hot flushes disturbing you? Okay. At what age can one start experiencing hot flushes? Like I said, it depends on individual. It differs from one woman to the other. It's just like period experiences. When your menstrual experiences differ from people, childbirth and pregnancy differ. That's how also hot flushes also differ. All right, so the third thing we're going to look at today would be irregular period. Okay, we're looking at definitely the things we know that more than 90% is menopause that would cause such things. Oh, Gladys says my hot flushes are killing me. Even got a supplement called Menopause, but not being of help. This has worked for, and I mean hundreds and thousands of women. Our Vitalize Women. Chat me on my WhatsApp number +234 703 515 1642. Oh, sorry. Chat me on my recent number. +234 802 309 2298. I've already pinned it on the comment section. And get this, you will say bye-bye to hot flushes. I'm telling you. A lot of women, a lot of women. This is my own path. I'm no more having hot flushes, but I use it to maintain my estrogen level. So I go everywhere with my Vitalized Women. It gives me, and it's actually prepared for women in mind by my company. The Vitalized Women was made for you in mind, so it handles so many other issues as for you as a woman. So that's why I don't joke with my Vitalized Women when it comes to hot flushes. Okay, so I said the next thing would be irregular period. Okay, Olowo says she's 54. Yeah, you need it. You need it. Like I said, from ages 25 to 70, 80, my mom is using it, I'm using it, and we are all older than you. All right, so you need it. Okay, I started using it long time ago also. So you will need it. It will help you definitely. All right, irregular period. In the early stages, your menstrual cycle may shorten, with period beginning sooner than you expect. Maybe your period would occur after 28 days. You just find out that it might change to 24 or 26 years 26 days interval. Okay, it will just begin to change. Yes, I know Deborah says hers is hot flushes and she sweats a lot. All right, yeah, like I said, more than 75% of women who go through menopause, hot flushes is one of the things everyone will pass through. But I tell you, it's not permanent. You don't have to go through it. It can be controlled, it can be stopped, it can be reversed. And that's why, I brought out this I always talk about it. And again, why I always talk about it is just also because it could lead to secondary diseases. So you need to actually happen it. Okay, any pattern could come during irregular period. Also, bleeding may become lighter. For some people, they just find out that they just spot, and that's it. For some, it now becomes heavy. So like I say, it's just like pregnancy will differ from one person to the other. That's how some of these symptoms actually differ. Okay, some people will have no menstrual period for like 3 months, and then after 3 months it comes again. Some people will have for like 9 months, then it will come again. I know a number of people who call me and they say, hey, I've entered menopause. I'll now ask how long. They'll say 11 months. I said, let's just give it 2 more months. And then in 2 months they'll call me, oh, this thing came out again. So like 20% of women have a regular periods after a short long breaks like that again. They can have 11 months of not having period, and then they will now start having the period all over again. Okay, so it differs. Okay, and these irregular patterns may also worsen by other gynecological problems common with us at this middle age, like people who have uterine growth, those who have polyps or fibroids or cysts happening to them. It could actually also hamper their period and also make them to have some irregular period. Like especially at this age, you have declined infertility. Okay, declining infertility is another sign of perimenopause that accompanies irregular period and can also be stressful and emotional issue for people who haven't gotten babies. And these things move in circles. When you become emotionally affected by the fact that you don't have a child, and then you now find out that your period is ceasing, for some months and coming, you get worried, you get anxious, and that also makes the regular period to be more. So one thing we should do when we are having issues with menopause is to relax. Relaxation and actually trusting God and having that mind that it will be well is one of the actually healings that you need. Thank you, prophetess, for thanking me for the teaching. It's one of the therapies that you will need. And that's why when I'm handling menopausal symptom treatment and remedies, I always talk about meditation. I always talk about your thoughts. I always talk about your mind, because it's very, very important. Why this thing is very important? Just take, for example, like I told us, they are telling you stories about somebody who is having stroke or heart issues. You find out that your body will begin to feel somehow. Your body will begin to do as if you're also having that issues. So that's why it's always good for you to think about some good things that could happen to you. No, so if you're handling irregular period, okay, women who have periods that are irregular, that are prolonged, that are heavy, you also need your Vitalized Women and multi-marker. Okay, now I don't have multi-marker because I stopped taking multi-marker in February. I stopped taking multi-marker because, I just was asking myself, why am I still having my period? It will stop for some months, it will come back, and someone now gave a testimony of what multi-marker can do. The person said that the woman was 69, she's 70 now, and this was in January. She turned 70 around March. She said she stopped, she joined the business and she started advertising multi-marker, telling people what it can do. And now she asked herself why she was over 60. She had stopped seeing her period for a long time. Let her even start taking this multi-marker she's advertising. She started taking the multi-marker, and in a few months' time, her period came back. And she was like, she thought she was very sick. She was going from one hospital to the other. What's happening to her? They will test her. They will say everything is okay. So one time she met one elderly prof, and the prof now said, what are you taking? That she should go and bring all the things, talk about her food and things. And when he saw the marker, he said, this is why your period came back. And until you stop it, this thing will continue. So it's very, very good for those who are looking for fruit of the womb, who wants their period to be regular, and work well. Then also, it's always very good for us to watch our diet when we're talking about our period also, and irregular period and things that have to do with your period. You also need to watch your diet. But absolutely, one of the some doctors will apply some medicines for you, like doses of, they can do intermittent doses of progesterone. That's a version of progesterone, the hormone that causes uterine lining to slug, okay? And they can give you some other medicines like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory pain relievers. But remember, some of these drugs have their side effects, but your supplements, 100% natural, 100% organic, without side effects, are the best for you. So we looked at hot flushes, we looked at vaginal issues, and we've looked at irregular period. Now the next thing that always is associated with menopause is weight gain. Okay, you go say, how do I go about this anxiety? Okay, for anxiety, there are different let me say like 3 things, most important ways to handle anxiety. You need to check your diet. Diet is also very important when it comes to anxiety, and that's why for us we have some supplements that also help to handle anxiety. We have our Forever B12. B12 is very, very good. Then there's one super supplement we have, which is called Focus. Our Forever Focus handles anxiety very well. But the issue with Forever Focus is that when you're taking it, you have to be very, very careful, because it helps you, it makes you, your brain becomes so active, you become so enthusiastic. You have to give yourself what to do, let me put it that way. It draws you out of that anxiety period, out of that mood situation, into life again. So you need to, that's why I advise people who are moody, having anxiety problem and things like that, you have to come out of it and give yourself what to do, okay? So that you don't you're in the vacuum like that. You can chat me on my WhatsApp number, Jigo. We're going to go through some counseling session, and then I find out the combination that can work with you. +234 802 309 2298. Okay, you can chat me right now, so that once I finish, I can talk with you or deal with your own before I go back to sleep. Remember, what's the time? Let me find out the time now. It's 2:45 a.m. All right. So chat me on my WhatsApp number. Anxiety can be handled with natural supplements, lifestyle changes, meditation, exercises, and the rest. Now, weight gain is a significant issue for us middle-aged women, okay? There is no clear evidence actually that it's hormonal changes control, but a lot of evidences have shown it, or not scientifically proven, but I call it lifestyle evidences that will show. Because they did one study in 2014, American Journal of Epidemiology, and they used 3,000 women and found out that the link between menopausal status and weight gain is not high enough for them to publish it as an issue. But of course, some of us will find out. They now say that it's not necessarily menopause, but the issue that you have reduced lifestyle during that menopausal time. Most of us are retiring. Most of us are not in our activity. When you are running helter-skelter, taking care of children, your children have grown, so you have reduced activities. So because of the reduced activities, calorie out is less than calorie in. So that could cause it. So if that is the issue, then when we are talking about weight gain, we need to find strategies for losing weight, okay? And that's why I am an advocate of at this age when you're retiring, to find something your hands love doing, your legs love doing, your mind loves doing, so that you will do what you love doing and not have that sedentary lifestyle. And that's what pushed me into what I'm doing, and that's what also made me to start raising global influencers, okay? I'm raising women who, yes, you're retiring, but you're refiring. Let me put it that way. You're taking up your hobby, your passion, your talents, the things you love doing, and turning them into work that will generate funds for you. So it keeps you going, keeps you excited about it. That will also help you to help women all over the world. Now, so many people are watching me from all over the world, okay? I took time to do my research. I took time to do my studies. On Wednesday, I go about, I cook, okay? I talk to people. It's like I'm refiring. Yet, some women are retiring at this age because you've left your normal work you did for like 40 years, 25 years, 35 years, and you're now at home. Some women, they are just moving from one child's home to the other, especially for those of us in Nigeria. Some other people in the Western world, you're just there shopping and coming back. Nothing that keeps you going, but what I'm doing keeps me going. I can't stop. If I stop this broadcast now, I will have so many people to answer. I'll have so many people to deal with, and that gives me joy. So I'm raising women who will use their hobbies, their talent, their passion to reach out to the world as I'm doing. So if you also want to be one of the global influencers, chat me on my WhatsApp number +234 802 309 2298 +234 802 309 2298, and join me. Just tell me I want to be one of your global influencers. I will teach you what to do. You don't need any prior knowledge. You don't need any prior skills. I will take you through and you will learn to do all these things. Hello, Enuma. Good evening. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So for women who have this weight gain and excess weight issues, in fact, my company, we are doing a challenge starting on the 20th to 29th of this month. Okay, that's in... that's in like 12 days time. So you have these 12 days to prepare. Get yourself the kit, get yourself the package we're using. Also chat me on my WhatsApp number if you have weight issue. You want to lose weight, you want to gain weight, you want to maintain your weight, chat me on my WhatsApp number again, +234 802 309 2298, and I'm doing a promo. I don't have it here, but maybe I'll just find that pack. I'm doing a special promo for that pack. You're going to get free coaching. You're going to be in a chat room where you can ask questions concerning your health issues. You're also going to get some free books from me. You're going to get 2 free books from me, okay? And you're also going to get coaching, like I said. You're also going to have daily trainings within those 9 days on what to do about your health, and you get to ask questions, experts that you can ask questions, experts, medical doctors that will be in the field. So this is the pack we're going to use, our Clean 9 pack. And I tell you, I have already counseled and handled people through this, and they lost a lot of weight within that 9 days, because sometimes weight is the issue you're having. Weight could be the problem you're having with your health, okay? So, and then if you already have good weight, you need to make sure you maintain that your weight by watching your waistline. Measure your waistline regularly, okay? And make sure you're exercising. On Saturday, I went downstairs to gym. Usually I take my walk in the park here, or when I'm at home I take my walk, but I went downstairs. You can watch that video and see. I showed you some equipment you can have in the gym, and then I went outside to show you how you can do it without the equipment also. All right, so exercise is very, very good if you're having weight gain issue. And then the major thing is portion control, okay? At this age, you should be taking more of vegetables, not even fruits, more of vegetables, much more of vegetables, followed by fruits, and then a little protein, and the least should be your carbohydrate. And of course, remember your thumbs up for your oil. All right, now another symptom that could come, this is not really as general as others, but it's very, very disturbing, could be irregular uterine bleeding, okay? Your uterine is like a pear-shaped organ the size of a fist. That's what your uterus is, okay? Just like this. But as you move through perimenopause, your uterus shrinks slightly, and the inner layer of tissue of your endometrium no longer builds up and sheds on a predictable monthly cycle. So changes in your monthly cycle is a hallmark of perimenopause. So determining what's normal and what is not normal will be a challenge for many of us women. Just about 10% of women stop having period with no irregularity in their cycles. They will just stop. I know they stop, but 90% of the women have this irregularity. And one concern for perimenopause and postmenopausal women is knowing whether irregular uterine bleeding is normal or whether it's a disease or it comes with an issue. So you need to note your normal changes in your cycle. Note them and make sure you don't just be quiet about them, okay? Sometimes some people have this irregular period or irregular changes in their cycle because of infection, and they will just keep quiet, and then it will be growing until it becomes really, really adamant that they can't handle it. So periods are often heavy and more frequent during uterine bleeding, and they may stop and start. But when you have abnormal uterine bleeding, it's a sign that there is an issue with your gynecological system, and also it could actually be a sign of uterine cancer. So one has to be very, very careful about it, okay? So you'll be able to know what is happening to you, and be sure you handle your issue on time. Ojigo, you say, Ojigo, you need it. You need Vitalized Women. Just chat me on my WhatsApp number, like I've said, +234 802 309 2298, okay? Or if you need the supplements concerning anxiety, also chat me on the places on the number that I've put on and pinned on the WhatsApp section. All right, so anytime you're having uterine bleeding, you need to be very careful. The first thing I advise you do is to go to see your doctor and do a test so that they can rule out the issue that it's early cancer. You need to rule out that issue before you now begin to handle other things that it might be, okay? So you need to rule out that issue, and then check the symptoms you're having. Always check the symptoms. So when you visit your doctor, you'll be able to know what to do. You need to check your periods. How many days longer? How many days shorter? Are you having fewer cycles? Are you bleeding during or after intercourse? Do you have monthly bleeding? You know, do you have spotting after your period session? You need to note some of these things, okay? And before you go to meet your doctor, so that your doctor will be able to tell you, when you discuss with your doctor, you'll be able to find out, okay? Women who have hormonal regime sometimes have light period, monthly period bleeding. And vaginal bleeding outside the usual pattern of your menopause or postmenopausal issue needs for you to actually be concerned about it and do something about it. All right. So there are some other physical and mental changes we have during menopausal period, and some common or are attributed to menopause, and some are not really because of your hormonal changes. Okay, the four most commonly reported changes that happens because of menopause is mood changes, depression, insomnia, and sleep problem. Okay, like also cognitive or memory problems, decline in sexual desire and functions are some of those mental and physical changes that could occur. And other physical changes also could be weight gain, urinary incontinence, heart palpitation, and dry skin, hair, and your head will become dry, thinner, and things like that. Palpitation can also be a result of menopausal issue. Because of your drop and erratic condition of your estrogen level, that could cause it. But like I said, that menopause is bringing all this. It does not mean you should fold your hands and just be watching, believing that one day is going to be okay. You need to handle them. Okay, there are so many things you need to do when you're having such issues. So for example, mood changes and depression. Studies indicate that mood changes are very common during menopause, and when hormonal fluctuations are erratic, then postmenopausal ages can also bring forth such mood changes because of your ovarian hormone instability. Okay, so stress, anxiety can also bring those mood changes, because you just find you don't understand yourself again. You're asking yourself, what are you? What is happening to you? So, and the mood change is like you're happy this minute, and then the next minute you're sad, the next minute you're crying, the next minute you're anxious, the next minute you're depressed. Those are some of the mood changes that will just if one woman called me and she said, I don't understand myself again. And these changes are transient, okay, and they usually do not usually meet the criteria that when you go to the hospital they will say you're clinically depressed. Okay, it's just a mental and emotional malfunctioning. Okay, and sometimes for some women and some the lifespan of this depression is short. Okay, and some people you cannot really link it to menopause, but it just happens that those chemical changes will bring such mood change to you, and that's why many doctors are not able to say this is why it's menopause that is causing this. But when you have hormone imbalance, you just find out that you can't control, you feel you can't really control your chemical changes that is happening to your body, and then it brings all those mood changes. And the incidence of depression in postmenopausal women is also higher than even in perimenopausal women. So the older you're getting, that depression, it's bound to happen. So you need to find out ways to control such things. And one of the issues that you must handle is disrupted sleep. Okay, when your sleep is disrupted due to night sweats, fatigue, irritability, it now also goes round. That's why I say these things work like cycle. They work like cycle. So if you don't sleep well, then you wake up tired, you wake up disturbed, you wake up depressed. Then because you're depressed, you don't sleep well again the next night. It's the cycle comes like this, and then it makes it worse for you. So you need to actually get up and do something about it. We have our Blossom tea that could help you handle sleep. Okay, we also have some supplements that can also help you handle your mood disorder, like I said. And sometimes some of what causes all these mood swings and disorder is lack of the nutrients that your body is not getting the nutrients it needs to actually handle those changes in your hormonal system. So you actually need to do something about it. One of the supplements I always use is our Nature Min. Okay, Nature Min will give you the macro and micronutrients. This is actually my husband's own. This is my own. My own is almost finished. So I brought his own. So both of us are sharing. are sharing it. So for male, for women, Nature Min is absolutely very, very good for you. It has so many nutrients in them. It has macro and micronutrients, like I said. Calcium is here, iron is here, phosphorus is here, magnesium is here, zinc is here, selenium is here, copper is here, okay, and in really good quantities that your body needs them. It's absolutely very, very good. All right, Ojigo, you've done that, no problem. Once I finish, I'm going to be chatting you from Port Harcourt, no problem. All right, Jerry watching from Port Harcourt, you're welcome. All right, so remember that perimenopause coincides with many of life stresses. Your children who are teenagers are leaving home, those that are going to secondary school, universities, those finishing from university are beginning to take professional responsibility, illness and death of elderly parents, retirement, you know, things like that. All these things bring life stresses. So all these life stresses could also now cause you to begin to think and wonder. And at this age, you're asking yourself, have you achieved what you wanted to achieve? Okay, all these events combined with unpredictable hormonal changes can leave you feeling fatigued, overwhelmed, and out of control. And that's why, like I said, it's not just a matter of medicine. It's also a matter of you're looking at your life and purposing in yourself that you're not going to be depressed. Having that purposeful feeling and life that, no, I'm not going to allow this thing to actually pull me down. So you need to choose to make a lifestyle change before turning to medication. It's not just about medication. Take care of yourself. Get more sleep. Exercise regularly. Use stress control methods that can help even out your mood. Okay? Be determined in yourself. Do what I call self-talk. Look at the mirror and talk to yourself that you're not going to go through this. Look at the mirror. Find, if for those of us who are Christians, wake up in the morning, talk to yourself, talk faith into you, read your Bible, listen to the word of God, pray in the word of God to yourself. These are some of the psychological issues and meditation issues you need to look, you know, and then using stress control methods that you can use, and then you can go on to supplements. Supplements are also very, very good when it comes to controlling your moods. Okay, like I said, take your herbal blossom herbal tea. I have mine here, okay, to make sure you sleep well. Get up, take your focus will help you. Take your B12, take your nature mane. Okay, these are supplements that can actually help with mood changes. These three that I have mentioned, they are very, very good for you, and they will work very well for you. And then also for memory and concentration problem, you'll find out that during perimenopause, women often complain of short-time memory problems and difficulty with concentration. Okay, in fact, they did some studies that showed that looking at relationship between reduction in your hormone and cognitive function, and they found out that some women, because of low reduction in their estrogen after menopause, it also hampers their memory issue. Okay, and that's why focus. If you're having memory issue, just go and get focus. Forever Focus will help you handle all those things. Okay, for me, when it comes to memory issue, have your journal, have your Forever Focus. You're good to go. All right, they also have brain and memory experts that recommend people that should work on some kind of brain exercises. There's one I showed my husband. You hold your ear, and as you're holding your ear, you're jumping up and down. It also helps to, it's like an exercise for your brain. It's actually like an exercise for your brain. Time is going. I have to, wow, it's already time. I might have to stop and continue later. You can do crossword puzzles, learn musical instruments, learn to read books more, do something you love doing, something like joining me, so that I will train you on what you love doing, and you do it frequently, so it keeps your brain active. My brain is very, very active, okay, because every day I have something I'm reading up and researching and working on, you know, I'm learning and to do. Insomnia, disrupted sleep is another common complaint of perimenopause. Whether it's hot flushes during sleep that will cause that sleep disruption, or whether you're not sleeping long enough, handle insomnia is not good for you. And then another way for insomnia, you do exercises, you take your blossom tea, you make sure you have enough nutrients and that you eat well. Okay. All right. Another thing that could come with I'm rushing because I need to stop now, is low sexual desire. Sex drive may decline at mid-age for various reasons. Estrogen, age-related changes in your circulation, reduced blood flow, okay, to the genitals. You know, the extremities, when you're getting old, you have reduced blood flow to the extremities, both for male and female, okay? The male have reduced blood flow to their penis, and so they need to take supplements that can enhance better blood flow to the penis, like our Agi Plus. I have my Agi Plus here that we always take, my husband and myself. And then multi-maca, royal jelly, they are very, very good. They can help both male and female sexual desire. Not only women that have sexual desire dropping as they are getting older, even men. In fact, there's this drawing they did. I always use it to refer to men and also talk to men. You also need to handle your husband issue. Find out supplements for your husbands that can actually help your husband also stay on top of show. Because when men are not sexually aroused and their sex life are not good, they actually have issues. They have mood issues, they have ego issues and things like that come with it. So you also need to handle both for yourself and for your husband. Another issue that comes with menopause is dry skin and thinning of hair. Okay, you also need to handle that. You can watch my 70 symptoms of menopause and the things I've handled about it. All right, I think if I don't have any question, I will call it a day. But some of the questions people ask is, will I wake up one day and my period will be over? Okay. I've handled this while I was talking. And then some people also ask the question that, do they stop birth control when they start having irregular period? No. You just have to wait for 1 year to pass not seeing your period before you drop your birth control, for those of you who are doing family planning. Okay, will your libido reduce? Yes, I've already talked about it, and I say help yourself if you're having reduced libido. It's not just, don't accept it. Do something about it. That's what I'll say. Don't just say, oh, no, it's happening to me. That is how it should be. No, no, no. There are supplements that can help your libido to come up. Like I've talked about Vitalize Women. I've talked about Multi-Maca. I've talked about Royal Jelly. I've talked about Agi Plus. This can help blood flow to the extremities, both for male and female, and help you have better sex life that you're supposed to have. All right. It's 3 a.m. and I must call it a day. I'm going to see you again. Oh, I'm traveling. I'll be on board on Wednesday, so I might not come live, but I'm going to make a video and then post it for you at that time. All right. NK Wax from Kaduna, you're welcome. You're in Uganda, just chat me on WhatsApp number. I'll give you a link to buy in Uganda, okay? Esther Wilson, just chat me. Like I said, we have our company in over 171 nations of the world, and you can buy directly from the company. Just chat me on my WhatsApp number, +234 802 309 2298, and I'll be able to tell you what to do. Hello, Payemi, you're welcome. All right. J. Jerry watching for Port Harcourt, you're welcome. Chiwe Thompson, thank you. Adeni Royabo, thank you once again. I think I've greeted everyone. If I missed you, please forgive me. I must have been talking when you dropped it. But chat me on my WhatsApp number, +234 802 309 2298, +234 802 309 2298, and then we'll take it from there, okay? Deborah says, heart is hot flush, she sweats a lot. Thanks for the knowledge. Thank you for thanking me. Thank you all. I love you all. Chat me on my WhatsApp number like you've seen. If you have not liked my page, please like my page. Please follow my page. Share to other women. There's love in sharing. There are many women that need this knowledge, but they don't have it. Hello, Pat from Gabon. You're welcome. They don't have it. So share it to women's group. Let them hear about these things. You will be a blessing to a lot of women, I tell you. Share it to women's group. Share it to your friends. Share. Let them listen to these things and have this knowledge about. So women are going through a lot. I know a woman that ran away from her husband's house because of menopausal symptoms she was having. Until the day she just opened her Facebook and had me. She said, hey, I wish I had this thing 3 months ago. I wouldn't have run away. So I say go back. It's not late to go back. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Promise me you're going to share. Promise me you're going to follow me. Promise me you're going to be a blessing to someone out there. Yes, very educative, Esther. Very, very educative. That's my passion. I love telling women what will give them freedom. And I'm also raising people who will join me in other areas, okay? There are women who are going through pregnancy that needs knowledge about what they are going through. Why don't you come and be a blessing to them? I'll show you what to do so that you'll be able to reach such women. There are also women who are over 70 and they are going through some issues. There's no way I'll be able to reach every woman. I need you to come and join me so that we'll be able to empower every woman out there to go through health, to go through their lifetime having the best of health. And not just only having physical health, mental health, psychological health, but also financial health, okay? Okay, Pat, you can get the multi-marker. Just chat me on my WhatsApp number. I've pinned it, and I'll tell you how you can get it. Chat me now so that once I put off this live video, I'll be able to talk with you. Oh, you came late, having problem with your data. All right, don't worry. Once I stop now, you can watch the replay, okay? Just go back to my page. That's why I say you should like and follow me now. Betty, just like and follow me now so that once I stop, you just go back to Facebook, type Aging with Grace, and you'll be able to go back and watch the replay, okay? The replay will be there for you. That's why I want to make it short so that you'll be able to go through it. Thank you, Rita. Rita said very educative. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I wish I shouldn't go, but I just have to go. So join me again. I come on live every Monday 8 p.m., Wednesday 4 p.m., Thursday 8 p.m., and Saturday 9 a.m. We're live on Saturday. Very lovely video. You can go and watch it, okay? Oh, you are available to be trained. I'm so excited. I have a lot of women I'm training, and it's one of the things that really give me joy. Okay, I meet with them on Tuesday 8 p.m. off Facebook on Zoom. So if you chat me on my WhatsApp number, you will get the link to join our club meetings, okay, where we learn how to touch other women. So, and I'm raising a lot of women. So join me, any woman here, if you want to join us, just chat me on my WhatsApp number that is already pinned, and we'll be able to tell you what to do to join us so that you can reach people in your community, your Facebook community, your social media community, your life community, your church community, your village community, reaching women all over the world, okay? Thank you all. I love you all. Bye. I just have to go now. Bye, everyone.